We're going to open this video up with some insight from a veteran sniper, right? That said the Secret Service didn't just F things up, but the incompetence that was exhibited at the Trump rally led him to believe someone else had been involved, and someone possibly from the inside, right? He's basically saying how he's bewildered at the fact that the Secret Service would not have looked and cleared the most obvious spaces and places for a threat. But we're not going to waste any more time. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. But first, I'd like to ask you guys to hit the like button and do consider subscribing to the channel. Let's go.
Yo, good morning. I keep getting asked about this, so I'm just gonna let you know my opinion. I am talking about the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. And I know everyone's gonna have some crazy opinion. Everyone's gonna have a different opinion. It's gonna be very wild for the next little while, but just if you don't know me or are new to this page, I spent just about 17 years in the military, just about 14 of which were at Tier 1 Special Operations unit called JTF-2. Our sniper team has the world record for the longest confirmed sniper kill. And a huge part of our job while I was there and while I was a sniper was doing close protection for VIPs up to and including the Prime Minister when he would go to dangerous countries like Iraq or Afghanistan. We would be in charge of that security. So I'm very familiar with the layout of these types of things and what the jobs should be. And yesterday, what happened, I have no doubts in my mind that the shooter had help from somewhere within an agency, an organization, or the government. The second I saw that aerial photo of what they were saying happened, it immediately made no sense to me. You cannot, in broad daylight, get onto a rooftop within, it looked like maybe a couple hundred yards, if that. You can't get into that position with a gun when there's a president speaking. It cannot be done. It's not like you don't even need to be a sniper to know that it's the most fucking obvious thing, an obvious place in the whole world. You could be a 7th grader. Like, what do we need to do for security here? Well, let's look at these rooftops that are almost within zeroing range of a rifle. So it's something happened, and I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. It's too obvious that this guy had help getting there. So whether it's someone turned a blind eye or it was strategically planned, I mean, it had to be planned to a certain level, because events like that and security like that, it's not a small thing. And that is the most obvious place to be. On top of that, I find it very strange that, if the story that comes out is like, oh yeah, he snuck into position and he got set up and nobody saw him, it was an oversight in security and Overwatch and we just made a mistake, sorry. I think it's also very weird that if that's the case and someone is good enough to stalk within 150 to 200 yards of one of the hardest to stalk targets in the whole world, you're not going to miss a shot. You're not going to miss that shot. Like, if you have the skill set to get in there, avoiding all of these security, all the different layers of security, then you will have the skill set to hit that first round. It doesn't make any sense. So my opinion is, and whether this comes out now or way later, is that this guy had help from somewhere, and I think it's obviously concerning. It's going to be wild. I think it's all you're going to see for the next little while. Anyway, just because I keep getting asked, that's my 2 cents.
We're doing this job. I wouldn't even be doing this. That beautiful place with the gorgeous ocean, the Mediterranean.
Look, they're all pointing.
The Atlantic, maybe the Pacific.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is right there. Right there, see him? He's laying down. See him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
And still I'm here with you fighting like hell to get us sent.
What's happening?
Civilians
and
noticing
make sure we take back the White House, because if we do, we're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look.
And it's
There he
not
is.
easy.
Officers have been alerted. Look how the seconds are going by as he's inching around on that roof, sneaking in place.
We have criminals, we have drug dealers, we have people that should not be here.
On the roof.
It's much tougher than it happened.
You went right on the roof, big guy.
Ever. In recorded history, we're the best border. In fact, if they could ever put up a chart, I don't know if they can do it. Do you guys have access to that chart that I love so much? You don't mind if I go off teleprompter, do you? Because these teleprompters are so damn boring, I try and explain that. Oh, there's it. Wow. You guys are doing it. They're getting better with time. My guys, take a look at that chart. Take a look at the arrow on the bottom. See the big red arrow, right?
Look how
so that's
much
when I
time
left
has passed.
office. That
Still
was
nothing.
the lowest point, and that comes right from the
He's now
government
able to aim,
services.
get in place.
Comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then
look at the time going by.
And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit over that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something, you can say,
In my opinion, any average security guard could have done a better job. You can see the fact that regular civilians that more than likely had no training in security, yet alone training in securing the president, yet they were able to spot and locate a potential threat that these professionals could not. Ex-snipers, ex-marine men, ex-lawmen. These were the Secret Service. These are supposed to be the elite of law. And they could not spot this threat feet away from them. That's kind of peculiar for me, right? Second, the fact that they did not realize or recognize gunshots when they heard them. It was almost like 3 to 4 shots before Trump was even hit and realized what was going on. Okay. It was like they waited for him almost, or that's what it looked like to me. They waited for him to actually be hit before they mobilized into action, right? If you look at it, it's like he grabbed his ear and went down, and that's when Secret Service jumped on top of him. The last thing is, as a totally resilient, very physically strong woman that I am, I understand that I'll never have the strength of a man. And it made it look almost comical to see those women performance, okay? One that could not cover ex-President Trump's head, another that could not keep her cool long enough to holster her weapon, right? I mean, they really looked confused and vulnerable and just very unprepared for any real situation. So no, I don't think I would want a woman bodyguard as a woman, yet alone talking about for a man. These next 2 video clips are of 2 supposedly prophets that had allegedly prophesied ex-President Trump's attempted assassination some time ago. Let's take a listen.
Because the Lord told me, he said, I am not done with America. Amen. He said, there's going to be a new wave of patriotism coming out. And that's whenever I saw Trump, and I saw a red wave coming out of Michigan. And then I saw Oklahoma, and there was embers of people, and they were all on they had torches all throughout Oklahoma, and they were raising up these torches that looked like fire. And they were bringing forth a new patriotism upon the nation. And it was being birthed, and it just kept spreading like fire all throughout America, all throughout. And I saw Trump rising up, and then I saw an attempt on his life. This bullet flew by his ear, and it came so close to his head that it busted his eardrum. And I saw he fell to his knees during this time frame, and he started worshiping the Lord. He got radically born again during this time frame. I'm talking, people say he's saved now, but he becomes really on fire for Jesus, for what I saw coming. And then I saw people interceding when I saw him winning the presidency through great, the Lord showed me it would go clear into the summer. Great persecution would come on him through the judges and through the law and all these people trying to sue him and all this stuff. But there would be a stop to it, and there things would start to break free come toward the fall. And then I saw him winning the election through the Patriots coming out and voting, and then there will be a great economy crash. Yeah. I saw they had a great economy plan, a crash. Worse than the Great Depression. And the Lord warned me about this. It would be a great dark time. But I saw paddles coming upon America's soil like a shocking of the soil. And I saw Donald Trump praying in the office of the Oval Office, and he was weeping before the Lord with his hands on his head like this, but he was weeping. And there was ministers and people, I don't know if they were senators or Congress people or whatever. I just saw them pacing and back and forth inside of the White House. And sorry, what is the White House? But it's the Oval Office. Yeah. And they were interceding all inside there, and I could feel the presence of the Lord so strong on this. And then I could see that darkness that was the heaviness upon America with the financial crisis of what I saw coming. It started to lift above the trees, and I saw the blue and the things coming back out, and the green times and the good times coming back again. But the Lord said it would be forth a time of a season of a shaking, and it would be a shaking to
this man. That's what they want to do. I'm telling you right now, there's a spirit afoot with this. There's other nations that they will blame if they can cause this to happen. You're seeing this, and this is where you begin to realize they're actually wanting to. I hope you can read what I'm writing. That's what they want to do. They want to bring that kind of narrative to the table where they begin to say, bye-bye, no more this. Now, even if that were to happen, and I believe that this is the agenda, that this is what they're pushing. This spirit here wants to see 45 through some nation like this one, with some kind of attempt to take them out, and they'll try to label it the same thing as this.
Prophecy or more propaganda? I don't know, but I do know that I received this breaking news notification while I was recording this video. So I want you guys to read this, and do keep in mind that these prophets prophesied these words a while ago. The first prophet, I believe he prophesied these words in March of 2024. The second prophet prophesied the words he spoke in August of 2022. So I just want to encourage everyone to read and research, to draw your own conclusion, and not just listen to, what other people are saying, because this is very important. And in the famous words of Buffalo Springfield,
there's something happening here, but what it is ain't exactly clear.
And I'm not necessarily claiming anything one way or the other, but this weekend would have been comical if not for the critically wounded, the loss of life. And my thoughts and my prayers are with the loved ones, the family, the friends of those that were affected by this very evil act. But again, it would have been almost comical if not for the seriousness of the situation. So yes, the complete incompetence shown by the Secret Service makes it so hard to think that this was not something more sinister. It's crazy. This is why, at this point in time in life, I don't believe there's a man alive on the face of this earth fit to guide, lead, rule, nor govern any group of people not at this moment. With the wicked-hearted debauchery of a society in which we live right now, the thirst for greed, power, and control, it's a very selfish and evil aura in the atmosphere, trying to mask itself as kind, caring, generous, and as if it's really interested in servicing people, all again for a very selfish agenda. You guys, let me know what you think in the comments section. I thank you for watching until the end. And again, until next time, keep it peaceful.